great. That's a great story, and we're just starting. You know, I can't wait to know more. Right. So I want to ask you because you're talking a lot about your childhood, how your grandpa and your mom provided you like a great childhood, right?
Yeah. So I want to ask you, who is the most influential person in your life?
Well, there's two, if that's okay.
Yeah.
For sure, my mom, because I mean, the story of and what everything she's told me, you know, she really is the strongest person I know. Like, I mean, everyone has their like their mom is their strong
Our
person.
moms are the best moms for us.
It can be more than true because I've seen my mom go through it all, and oh my gosh, I'm getting teary. But no, she is the most influential and important person in my life because she raised me to become the woman I am, and most important of all, she didn't just talk the talk, she walked the walk. And she has been a mother to a lot of my friends too, and the way she just treats other people, like, it makes me smile because they always come to me, and I hear stories from other people like, oh, Marie is so great, and I'm just like, yeah, she is. 100%. She's always genuinely herself, and that definitely had an impact on the type of person I am today as a young woman, I guess you could say. Because when I really think about it, I did have a lot more opportunities than a lot of people, which I'm very grateful for and I don't take for granted. And the next important person is my baby brother. He's 9 years old. We're 13 years apart.
Ooh.
So at the age of 13, I like practically, you know, in the Filipino culture.
Yeah, that's true. We have to take care of
all this takes care of the younger ones. It was definitely very interesting having to take on a very, like, for me it was a very maternal role because I feel like I potty trained him, I fed him, I woke up at night sometimes to
he's probably confused who's, you know, his real mom, right?
Like, or am I an adult? But it ended up being one of the best experiences of my life. At the time, I didn't know it. Back then, I was just like a moody teenager, you know, I want to go out. But raising him taught me a lot of life skills, in terms of responsibility, right? And he grew up to be one of the strongest kids I know, and he's so emotionally intelligent, which is not something I had expected. He has such a big heart, and I just love seeing him smile. So he's definitely a major factor that influences all my decisions in life. Yeah.
I bet. Like,
I love hearing like all these stories of how you are, you know, very, very close and have a very great relationship with your brother and your mother, right? So with that being said, like, why did you choose to move to Canada? I mean, and like, why Canada, specifically Toronto, right? I bet it's a hard decision for you, you know, to be away from them, right?
Yeah.
So why did you choose to move?
Initially in my graduating year, I actually didn't have that much sense of, you could say, direction. I was very involved. I was a good student, but I didn't know where I wanted to go. At first I was thinking the Philippines, right? But that my mom and I were talking, and we were like, that's too far. That's way too far. And I was thinking about the US, but it didn't feel right at the time. And then I attended a college fair, and Seneca College had sent representatives to Aruba because they were recruiting students from the Caribbean. So once I found what program I wanted to do, which was occupational therapy, like heading in the direction of the healthcare field, when I learned about the program they offered and I learned about their opportunities, that's when I started to consider Canada. And when I started considering Canada, I was just like, it feels right. It feels right if I go there. And looking into it and doing all my research, I was like, I feel like it's the best place for me because it's different, yet I feel like it still has a lot of the same components as I do back here in Aruba, which is the diversity
Diversity, yeah.
and the warm-hearted and atmosphere that you get here, which I definitely did. Yeah, it was one of the best decisions I made coming to Canada and into Ontario, because I mean Toronto. I love the city because everyone tends to want something different than what they grew up with.
Yeah.
So being on a small island, knowing everyone, and not really having any skyscrapers or tall buildings there, like at all. When I came here, all I did was like look up in the air.
Look up, yeah.
I was enamored by the buildings. But yeah, that was a major. Yeah, that was the deciding factor. I wanted something different, and Canada, I felt like, was the place to do it.